We're here at Peter Collins Soccer Park in Plainview, New York, the heart of Long Island Junior Soccer League, to present you with this brief video to parents and players of Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association. Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association is one of the oldest and largest soccer organizations in America, and it also is a non-profit soccer organization, which is critically important for you as parents to know, so that you realize that everything that Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association does is not for a profit motive, but rather to help you have the best opportunities for your children to play soccer here in New York, from Montauk Point all the way to the Canadian border. We're here to present you with some information that we think is important for you to know as a parent of a soccer player here in New York. We're going to have interviews with some of the most well-known alumni from Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association and from some of the most successful soccer programs in America.
When it was time for the United States women's national team to celebrate their World Cup victory, they came to New York City's Canyon of Heroes, in the heart of Eastern New York territory. In addition, Eastern New York is home to 3 professional soccer franchises: the New York Cosmos, the New York Red Bulls, and ENYYSA FC, making Eastern New York the envy of soccer fans all across America. Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association, or Eastern New York, is home to the oldest soccer league in America, the Cosmopolitan Youth Soccer League, and one of the largest, the Long Island Junior Soccer League. It was established as a nonprofit organization in 1972 to serve as a state association reporting to U.S. soccer. And while it may be almost 50, Eastern New York utilizes sports sign-up, social media, and the most modern technology to help our leagues run efficiently and effectively. Eastern New York serves over 100,000 youth players up to 19 years old, over 25,000 coaches, and volunteers with over 400 clubs, from Montauk Point, Long Island to the Canadian border and east of Route 81. And there are 11 leagues that make up Eastern New York: Long Island Junior Soccer League, Metro Kids, Big Apple Youth Soccer, Cosmopolitan Youth Soccer League, Staten Island Soccer League, Westchester Youth Soccer District, East Hudson Youth Soccer League, Hudson Valley Youth Soccer League, Capital District Youth Soccer League, Mid-State Soccer League, and Central New York Soccer League. Eastern New York is affiliated with USYS and reports directly to U.S. Soccer, which is a member of the CONCACAF region or confederation, which there are only 6 confederations in the world, and they all report to FIFA, the governing body of soccer all over the world. Eastern New York provides a variety of programs for all youth soccer players in New York. They say you can't be all things to all people. Well, don't tell Eastern New York that, because they have been serving the diverse needs of the youth soccer movement for almost 50 years. Here are some of their programs and benefits: U.S. Youth Soccer ENY Championship Cup, Arch Capital Group Cup, President's Cup, Premier League, ODP Olympic Development Program, Coles Cup, Top Soccer, Coaching Education, Trainer Standards, Risk Management, Annual Awards, Grants and Scholarships, Hall of Fame, Referees, and Soccer Across America, just to name a few. Eastern New York works with leading-edge technology to provide you, the parents, coaches, and players of Eastern New York, with the best and most efficient services. To find out more about Eastern New York Youth Soccer, go to our website at www.enysoccer.com or call us at 888-536-9972 or email us at enyoffice@enysoccer.com. Se habla español.
I grew up in Brentwood, in Long Island. At that time, it's far different from what it is now. It's just it was a smaller club, but I learned some valuable lessons on those soccer fields in Brentwood. We're now they've transformed into a beautiful soccer complex. It was dirt fields, and that's where we got our feet and hands dirty. But for me, it was Brentwood most of my youth career, and at that time we had Long Island Select and State Select and regional and national teams. That was the next step for us. Again, some similar things these days, but there's so much more out there now for kids. But yeah, so St. Anthony's was my high school. So it was Brentwood, St. Anthony's, mixed in with the next level stuff, Long Island Select, State Select, and then Adelphi University was where I went to college. What Long Island Select and State Select did for me was expose me to good training sessions, which was better players and usually better coaching. So the formula for where players can improve is to surround them with better players, where things are just tougher, time and space is limited, things are moving faster, and then can you get a coach around those good players that are giving good messages every time? So so if club ball was here / high school ball and college was here, it was that in between where it just helped you challenge you to faster and higher quality soccer. So once I was in college, in my mind at least now, I think I've made it, playing at that highest level. For me, there was no professional league. And the timing ended up being right, where Major League Soccer started in 1996. I graduated from college in 1994. For 2 years, I played for the Long Island Rough Riders, which again at that time was that next opportunity or next level for me. I got signed to a contract, played locally, and the good thing I think from college to that semi-pro soccer or that professional soccer, it wasn't a huge jump. It was, again, instead of 1,000 people or 500 people I'm playing in front of, now it's 5,000 or 3,000. But now you're playing with Tony Meola and Jimmy Rooney, and so again, the bar is getting pushed. Paul O'Reilly, Declan McSheffrey, these guys are men, and now I'm trying to survive at that level. And that ended up preparing me well for Major League Soccer. And now you're going to see, can I survive there? So it was always a challenge. And then ultimately was the national team. It's the greatest honor and the highest level. Look, it was something I had a privilege to be part of. And again, now you're being pushed even more. The speed of play, the demands, the pace of these games. You have to think faster, you have to run harder. The concentration levels, the World Cup qualifiers, what's at stake in these games. So you get pushed and you see, how good can you be. So, look, I think college prepares you for those moments. Professional soccer prepares you for the national team. But for me, it was a lot of the lessons I learned when I was a kid and from my family, because the focus and the things that I valued, that my mom and dad valued, the hard work, the dedication, just never giving up, being a team player. Those are the things that I think swayed it for me in the long run. Of course, I think I had a gift to play soccer, but in the end, there was so many players that could play soccer. So you're looking for those little, maybe intangibles or tangibles, just maybe the things that maybe are hard to measure sometimes, what's in your heart or your character. So for me, that always opened the doors for me. And I think at the highest level, even today, separates me a little bit from the next guy. My advice to a parent on the club level is, and to my own 14 and 11-year-old, I just try to get them in a good soccer situation. And good meaning, kind of look at it. Is there good players that they're playing with? Are they having fun? Do they have a coach that's kind of looking after them, mentoring, teaching those little lessons I spoke about before, giving them good soccer messages, maybe trying to have in the right balance of soccer and fun and that it's is it an art or a science? I think it's both. You have to have a good feel. These situations I don't see all the time, the healthy, pure soccer situation. So one, as the parent, I'd always ask your kid, are you having fun? Above all, are you having fun? Because if they're not having fun, they're not going to learn. They're not going to like going there. It's it's a lot of commitment for not have to have fun playing soccer, where most are not going to become pros, most are not getting full rides. So when it's all said and done, don't you want your kid to just have fun and have great memories and experiences from soccer? Learn soccer, learn some good lessons off the field too, on the field. The ones that helped me get to the top, let's say. So that's one part of it. Now the college process, for me, I just want my son, both of my kids, to end up at a university where they can learn something in the classroom, take some specialty when they graduate. They have something unique where they can find a good job. But now you're trying to balance soccer and school. What is the right fit? Again, academically, first and foremost. And now soccer-wise, it's tricky. Sometimes you got to go where the money is, right? Sometimes, but if all is equal, can I get my son, like I said, it's not new, in the right soccer environment? How does the team play? How are those players? Do I fit? Is that below me? Is it above me? Is it perfect? Does it feel right? And unfortunately, the bar is getting pushed younger and younger. Freshman and sophomore in high school trying to figure out where they're going to go for college. It's, again, stressful. So imagine a 14-year-old now figuring out, getting those types of questions and pressures. It's a lot. So as a parent, I think we got to facilitate the process, try to guide them, urge them along, because they're a little lazy sometimes. But certainly, in the end, you just want your kid to be happy. At least that's what I have seen out there. It's what I feel. You want to be happy. Happy with school, happy socially, happy with soccer. So can we, as the parents, just try to facilitate, ask questions, don't push too hard, but push hard enough, because they need that. And keep asking your son or your daughter, what's going to make you happy? Can you usually we're smarter than them, we've been there. We know the questions to ask and how to prod a little bit. We know what's important for them, so can we keep asking the right questions, be in communication, and don't be afraid to ask people who have gone through it before, parents and even kids who are in college already. They're the ones who know. So yeah, there's plenty of resources out there, but my biggest thing is try to keep it simple, ask questions, and try to find that right fit. And then that's going to lead to happiness and success.
Hi, I'm Kevin McCrudden. I'm an international author and speaker and the narrator and producer of this segment for Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association. So now you've seen a lot of information from some of the most amazing athletes and players that have ever come from the New York area, as well as some of the best coaches in New York. And their advice is pretty consistent. It's about guiding our children and being there to support them and making sure that we help them develop the motivation and the drive to be successful players as well as successful human beings. Remember, one of the most important things that we can do for our children is provide them with love, unconditional love. Because as parents, that is the most important thing that we can do. Not help them get college scholarships, but to help them flourish as human beings. And also remember that Michael Jordan, one of the most important things in his life is he was cut from his 8th grade basketball team. It was a defining moment in his life that helped catapult him to become one of the greatest basketball players and one of the greatest athletes ever in history. That one incident of him being cut was the thing that motivated him. So as we try to protect our children from being cut or having other things like that happen to them, it may be the very thing they need in order to grow as people and to become even more successful as athletes and as human beings. And one of the founding principles of soccer in Long Island and New York is a quote from Rocco Amoroso, is building character through soccer. In the end, that's what we're doing. It would be wonderful if our kids play in the World Cup team or in Major League Soccer or in the NWSL. But in the end, we're building human beings and not soccer players. Once again, this is Kevin McCrudden from Eastern New York Youth Soccer Association. I hope that you've enjoyed these clips and this information that we've provided you, and I hope that it helps you guide your child through their soccer career, once again helping them to become the very best that they can be. Take care and good luck.